everybody, welcome back. Picking right up after the last video here.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui?
Why is he gone to see the Fatui?
Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble.
I'm pretty sure he knows what happened. I mean, even a little girl, a random little girl knows, so.
We had better go and make sure.
Does he feel kind of guilty that the Fatui, like he works for the, no, he doesn't actually work for the Fatui. But he's friends with Child, right? Close acquaintances, right? Probably really disappointed in them too.
You call this cooperation between harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you're also one of the
Nasty Fatui lady. We meet again. I haven't forgiven yet for what you did to Venti.
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
Yeah, I think we're pretty calm.
No, don't let her get to you. You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements, and our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle. So it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the Harbingers are here.
That's true. Paimon has a point.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Thanks to you. I thought we were friends.
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally.
But you almost personally killed me.
Besides, I
You
thought we
actually
were
did
getting
kill me
along
once.
quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you.
The guy, he's like, let's get this bit past us. Let's forgive and forget. No, I will not do that.
The real deceivers here are
I'll hold a
Senora
grudge.
and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on.
When did Zhongli trick you? Signora? I don't care about nasty lady.
So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here.
He has to sort through the angst.
You remember the agreement,
angst.
Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
What? More ass? Oh. Oh, wait, what? The Gnosis? Gnosis? Oh, okay. Huh?
What in the world are you talking about?
Does he have them? Wait, but she called him Morax. So, okay, I get it. Okay. Okay, I put it all together. It makes sense now.
The
Dang
contract
it. Dang
is
it, Zhongli.
fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my
Oh,
promise
he's talking all
is solid
godly
as
now.
stone.
Look at Paimon's face. So that's his Gnosis. Is he just gonna give it to her?
Sanctimonious.
Well, I mean, like, now that, like, well, it makes sense, I mean.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio?
Yeah, Paimon, this man here, he's been playing us the whole time.
No, wait! That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis
Yeah. But you lured them out and everything, and then you found out what Child was up to and all. But like, you're just gonna hand him what he wants? Well, there are two Fatui harbingers here. Like, let's
I
see
do
what
not
happens
give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract.
in the contract.
For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Hmm? He has a contract with the Tsaritsa? I don't understand. But why do you have to fake your death then?
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing?
Yeah, we were
Everyone
pretty
was preparing
played.
a ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Liyue goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Well, well, the thing is, like, the death of, I mean, is he doing this for his retirement? Is this about his retirement? He wants to go out with, like, a bang, you know? I mean, like, did he have to make it seem like a murder? Do Adepti just, like, get old and, like, die? They probably don't, right? So, like, somebody probably has to kill him. I mean, everybody's just, like, grabbing for air. They're looking for, like, a murderer that's not there.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
I guess that version works too. I mean, I don't think he's that sadistic though. But like the things like Rex Lapis, he actually has a bond with the city, so I mean nobody wishes to turn into a mess, right? But like it's gotta happen sooner or later.
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years.
Oh shit, this guy's
It is
6,000
now
years old.
3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue, together with the Adepti.
Okay, let me take this in. He's 6,000 years old. Okay. Okay, the city's only been around for 3,000.
Even boulders
Okay.
that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
Oh, this guy needs to clock out.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart.
Man, you got daddy issues. You got daddy issues with the city.
Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer.
Ah, so he faked his own death. Also, that's what it was about.
So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Archon to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue.
Yeah, except you kind of forgot to tell anybody they were playing a role. You have another plan?
That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end,
Aww.
the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for.
It's kind of nice.
Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people.
That was pretty touching.
Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Liyue Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This, despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Child.
And Child's the one warning us about ears in the walls.
This
Child's
meant
so
I could
disappointed
remain
with
at Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, traveler. All of these things turned out as I had planned.
Are
There
you
was only
happy,
one
Director
thing that I
Zhongli?
had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue as divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent.
He's so
I had always
optimistic.
feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
He really wants to retire so bad. Well, he's been watching over the city for like 3,000 years, so I think he can go home. He can go and dust off his shoulders.
Hey, what about me?
Shut up, Charles.
Doesn't
The
anyone
adults are
feel the
talking.
least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
He's such a child. I love him so much.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this.
I think he
Wreaking
had his
havoc
fun.
and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything.
He gave a very splendid performance. He went all out, man. He went full, like, cuckoo.
If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon, Liyue, would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Okay, maybe I don't hate this Ignora so much.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight?
Child, calm down. Let's make him feel like he has company.
Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
Well then, with
He's
the
so
Gnosis
bitter.
in my
He's so
possession, I have
salty.
no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapolyarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
This is so funny.
Ah, fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Yes, Auntie Signora.
Do as you wish.
He is such a brat.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Not really. I have to wrap my head around it. Around you. What could be? Yeah. Why would you just give it up like that?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Well, at least he didn't need to be like attacked and like have it torn from his chest like poor Venti did. I mean, poor Venti even got kicked. That was very rude. I had a very bad first impression of Signoria. Like, if we start the story with like Liyue, and then like, you know, it was more like a trade and a deal, and he just handed it to her, like, I wouldn't have such a rotten first impression of that lady. After what she did to Venti, I mean, poor Venti, he didn't deserve that. No, I don't forgive her. She's a great villain, but I know. I'm still gonna hate her.
Realistically speaking,
She's gonna be nasty
there
lady
is
forever.
no such thing.
And Mr. Zhongli, you're gonna be Director Zhong. He'll be Director Zhongli for now.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it.
So what did you get in exchange?
My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. My contract to end all contracts.
Contract to end all contracts? What does that mean?
As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales...
Bargaining chip? So he... Oh, okay, so he's getting something in return anyways.
Uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
What? Explain yourself. No, don't leave us hanging. We don't like riddles.
Paimon can't absorb so much information at
Her
once.
head's too small.
So, Zhongli, what sort of contract did you sign with the Cryo Archon? Paimon's so curious.
One of the clauses of our contract was not to divulge any of its contents.
Oh, a non-disclosure. Okay, I got it. Being very private. Very professional here.
Ugh, you're so petty.
You're killing Paimon with the curiosity. And she's not a cat, so it's okay. We'll keep her in check.
Today's the day of the rite of parting.
Oh, it's the
Although
funeral.
the star of the show is fake, we've spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
That's true. Like, we know he's not dead. That con man. So this is more like, let's not consider this a funeral. It's a retirement party.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean...
Yes,
Ooh.
and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might have been one and the same?
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes, it's very possible indeed.
Child.
I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked, black-hearted scoundrel.
I wonder if Child is like snooping around and listening to all this.
Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a person in all my years.
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the Ministry of Civil Affairs has to say first.
Oh, well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
What rumors?
So Rex Lapis is really... But they didn't catch the culprit, did they?
It'll be kind of hard to catch Child. He is a Fatui harbinger.
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think. I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth anything. There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank.
The ginger boy?
I think they called him Child.
The Fatui? They certainly are very suspicious. Who knows what those greedy, crooked folks...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect you this time.
Hear ye all! The Chi sings words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed.
He's seriously gonna say I'm actually alive? No, I don't think he's actually gonna say that. The truth? What is the truth? What version of the truth are you gonna give us?
Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not, and to let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors, or indulge in baseless speculation.
Hmm?
Paimon needs a translation on what the Qixing's announcement said.
Yes, I need a translation too, Paimon. They say that Rex Lapis wasn't murdered. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, so... Okay, I get it. Okay, so they're saying he was trying to get to like a... He was trying to upgrade or something. And then he failed, so he died, I guess. Like, you know, in those Xinxia novels, like, it's usually in the form of, like, lightning. So you get struck by lightning, like, repeatedly. And then if you survive, then you upgrade. But if you die, then you're dead. That's a nice way to, you know, cover it up.
So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot.
Doesn't this make the cheesing sound even more suspicious? But then again, the Fatui will always be more suspicious, so we got like a tier of suspicion going on here. And poor child. Like, he doesn't know what he signed up for. And he was like super into it.
Could the
It
Qixing
was kind of
already
funny.
have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything.
But I'm glad that no Archons were harmed in the making of this show. Unlike the last one. Poor Venti. Got kicked!
Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands?
That's possible. You're smart,
Exactly,
Paimon.
right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go have a look.
Let's go have a look. Maybe Zhongli's here to attend his own funeral. Everybody's
Look, it's
here.
Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis' soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
It's actually quite romantic, isn't it?
Now that we have awoken from our dream,
You can't have your hands
we
held
must
the
learn
entire
to
time.
say
You have to learn to
farewell.
walk.
Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is
Hi,
looking our
Ka-ching.
way.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
You didn't do it alone.
So young.
Oh.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Oh, Paimon will be very happy.
Whoa.
She's giving us an open check. Don't want money.
Well, could you help me put up some missing
Wow,
person
I
posters?
talked. I have a voice.
Roping you in was possibly the most masterful move we could have made. I believe that future generations will say so too when our deeds come up for their review.
Oh. Haha, he did come to see his own funeral. No, for him it's a retirement party. I really like this
Zhongli.
character.
Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again.
It's kind of sad.
And here you are looking all relaxed.
Of course he's relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years?
He's had a long day of work.
Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Liyue kiosk.
Ah, food.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Liyue kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
Can you?
Hmm.
Yeah. Our tab is kind of unsettled here. You can have child pay for it.
You're right. I do lack the Mora.
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do.
Ah, he's giving himself the rules, but you can make exceptions. Oh, he'll probably cause inflation if he just creates more out of thin air.
When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Ah, he's kind of nervous.
Oh, no
about
wonder.
his new life.
Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had
that
to try
explains
becoming
it.
a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Ah, Paimon, she delivers it with a burn.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives.
That's very complicated and deep.
The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you.
Aw, sweet.
That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
No, I don't want to part.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
I'm gonna wish for you, and then I'll take you with me. And you'll go wherever I go.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed.
Closed? They have a big closed sign on their door? Why is it closed?
Yes. The nation has been closed by order of its deity.
Who's this deity?
The Electro Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year.
Oh, you've been there, Paimon? I think she's just hearing things off the streets.
Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
It's because of visions.
Visions?
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power.
Yeah, humans. That's complaining little shits.
But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Ah, so it's like a nod. It's like those little stars your teacher gives you.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
What? What does that mean?
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's
I
borders.
don't know, but that
and to
just
inlay
sounds
them
plain
upon
wrong.
the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
You don't want to bless the people?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Interesting.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity.
I know it's beginning to sound like she's a certain way, but I'm pretty sure she's not just a control freak. She doesn't want to retire an eternity of work. That sounds very tiring.
Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these, eternity is nearest unto the heavenly principles.
Heaven.
All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Oh wow, he has a lot to say. Let's go through every single one.
Ah, that was a good one.
I really like the voice
Failing
acting.
a divine trial. How they came up with that excuse, I will never know. That said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed because they received news in secret that Rex Lapis was not dead.
And who exactly put out that news? Was it you? Yourself?
I hinted as much to the Adepti as well.
Ah, I knew it.
How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you ever heard of this particularly convenient Adepti art known as gifting dreams and visions? All right
convenient.
then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Oh, child. Our ex-best friend.
Yeah, about that.
Before you try
the
to
Qixing made their
lop my head
announcement,
off.
We listened to a lot of people talking on the way. Most of them put the blame for everything on Child.
He's not welcome here anymore. They all hate him.
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Child did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the Adepti and the Qixing from defeating the ancient god.
Oh yeah, the Fatui. The Fatui were up there creating a mess.
I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment, browbeating the envoys of the Fatui.
Oh, child, I thought we were homies.
Ha! Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Child's exalted position as a harbinger, I'm certain that they would have shifted all the blame to him and called for his dismissal by now.
Salty boy now. I wonder if we'll see him again. It's super fun. Liyue Archon Mora. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that Paimon was asking that.
The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Keqing is absolutely right in saying this. Now, though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be a good thing, and thought as a matter of course that she must have been behind the Qixing's plan to take governing power over Liyue from the hands of the gods and Adepti, could the original person who brought up the idea of seizing power have been...
Keqing? Mora.
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your gnosis, what's going to happen to all the Mora in Teyvat? Since Morax is dead, are they all just gonna disappear? Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent? Will it even continue to work?
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time, since creating Mora requires the use of the Liyue Archon's power.
This is terrible! We're all about to run out of Mora! The world is coming to an end!
Paimon, this is freaking out over this. How appropriate, right?
Yes, this is indeed a major issue from a financial standpoint. Well, I suppose we'll just leave such troublesome matters to the Liyue Archon to debate.
I think they'll find another way to mint coins. I wonder, like, what happens. Like, does he, whenever they need more coins minted, does he just like go to the Golden House and like more just like floods out from his hands, you know?
Then, did you at least set some private funds aside for yourself?
Oh, a private fund. This does seem like a good, logical, common-sense idea. It's a shame.
What's a shame?
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time.
You're such an
All right,
idiot,
then.
Zhongli.
Was
That's
there
okay, I
anything
love
else
ya.
you wish to know?
Alright, we're done talking.
Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience. I suspect that some serendipity must first come into play.
Serendipity? Yay, we're done. This is goodbye. Is he just gonna stand here for like the rest of eternity? He's just gonna be here in his never-ending retirement party? I'll come back and visit you, Zhongli. Wait for me. I'll bring your clone. Alright, everybody. Let's enjoy the view. And then we're gonna be going to Inazuma next. Here, however, really is pretty. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.